right, so let's do this review on the newest episode of Steven Universe, and yeah, this is the musical episode, and oh boy, this was a fun musical episode. I gotta say, hats off to Rebecca Sugar and everyone for doing this. I think it was about 6, 7 songs in 11 minutes. Good job, guys. This was a lot of fun, and there's actually a coherent story. It's very much like a mini musical, really. That's the whole point of the episode. It's a mini musical. I'm getting off topic. Yeah, so the story is that after Marty more or less stole money for tongue-tied. Let me start again. After Marty and Greg split, Marty used Greg's jingle for a burger joint, and I was thinking, man, this is so stupid, but at the same time, I want to know how that burger tastes. But if it's anything like that guac cola, I would imagine it would probably taste terrible. Anyway, so the story is that Greg now has $10 million, and Steven and Pearl tag along with Greg to go to Empire City, and of course, Pearl's not really hip to it because Greg's there, and Greg she pretty much hates Greg. She doesn't care much for Greg because, yeah, they don't... Greg makes it very clear that, yeah, they haven't gotten along since Rose's passing. I love the songs in here. I really do. I loved all the songs. I love the Mr. Greg episode of how just, ragtime it was, and I love the end where the guy's like, "Boo, you ruined the song!" And I love how they acknowledge their singing. I absolutely love how, in this episode, they're literally acknowledging that people are singing in this story. People are literally singing in this episode, and no one seems to give a shit. I also love that moment where Steven takes over the piano, which is also probably my second favorite song. I'll get to my first favorite in a moment, but I love that moment where Steven takes over the piano, and he just throws out a wad of money. He just throws out a wad of money, and the guy's like, whoop, 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 or something like that. And I was like, I don't know who this is, but I will name him Steve, and he's my favorite character so far in this episode. Oh, man. Can you tell I really enjoyed this episode? Can you tell? Anyway, so what else did I want to say about this episode? Yeah, let's talk about let's talk about my favorite song in this episode, which was Dee Dee Magno-Hall's song, pretty much talking about Rose and her feelings towards Greg, as well as what Rose meant to her. And it's a beautiful song. I really enjoyed, her song, "Strong in the Real Way." That first song she did in the series. But this one, wow. This is just a spectacular song, in my opinion. I really absolutely enjoyed this because I feel like Dee Dee Magno-Hall really just shows off how good she is as a singer. You guys have to understand that she did a lot of Broadway stuff, so this is nothing new to her. And I just would like to I'd like to be a fly on the wall in that recording studio, when they're doing the recording. I would have loved to have been the fly on the wall and seeing her actually record the episode. So there's not much else other than Greg and Pearl finally get over it, and they're moving on. It's very hesitant, but they're moving through it, and it's actually kind of funny because Steven actually says, "This is the reason why I brought you on this trip." It's not just because, hey, Steven actually thought of a plan. This isn't the first time, but I was like, huh, Steven, that was his true intention the whole time. Good on you, Steven. Good on you. So yeah, he quintessentially brought Pearl for the real reason of having Greg and Pearl finally make up. So, good on you, Steven. And it also looks like I looked a little ahead in future episodes, future previews for the episode, and it looks like while Greg lost a ton of money on this trip, I would imagine, judging by the size of that bill, he lost a ton of money, but not 10 million's worth in a night, or was it 10 million? Yeah, it was 10 million, I think, if I remember right, the right estimate. You can't lose 10 million, in a single night unless you're really bad at gambling, or you gave that money to... you gave that someone you thought you could trust. Anyway. So, yeah, we also got that, and it was a nice little story. I really enjoyed this all-musical episode. And tomorrow is we get the return of Peridot, which is, yeah, it's going to be cool to see Peridot, and apparently it's going to be Steven, Amethyst, and Peridot at Funland, at Beach City Funland, so I can only imagine what kind of insanity ensues. All in all, another fantastic episode, but you guys tell me, what did you guys think of the all-musical episode of Steven Universe? You guys like it? You guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.